So what I was getting a second ago. Mm, 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 mm. I just grabbed the deck and start cutting on the deck. Now, I'm just doing this quick reading before I go back in the house, but I think I cut it on pleasure in reverse. Okay. There could be also something, I told y'all they're trying to do something with a race war, so this could be like something personal, like somewhat personal. Like some kind of business deal or some type of sexual relationship, or you know how they gotta, how like at certain places they have to have a number of this and a number of that, a number of Asian people working to make sure that it's evil opportunities, to make sure it's equal opportunity. You got to have a certain amount of people in something, right? This could be something like that, because I was getting that with like the green energy and these other people. Like it may, how a lot of people used to do comedy and be like, oh, or somebody did a comedy show and it's like, oh, you need that white friend. They'd be like, no, I don't know. No, such and such didn't do that. No, you're going to go ahead and I'm going to pay this and you're going to open up that cell and you're going to let this person out. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you get in trouble about something, like you need that white friend, that Caucasian friend. Okay, so this could be something like that. Like there's a people that think with that narrative. Like they don't mind if they'll check this person for a little bit, make sure that this person is like, you know what I'm saying, that they can bend them a little bit, that they try to make sure that the person is not going to get up there and then show some type of, Caucasian privilege, something like this. But it's almost like when these people usher in a new chapter with a new group of people, they got to have that one Caucasian person. I don't know why. I feel like this is a group like that. So somebody could have picked somebody thinking like somebody was all sweet and everything. This could also be people like in our families by now. Like I told you, back in the 80s, it was kind of hard to find little mixed kids and stuff like this. It started growing popular. Now, you can find this anywhere. There might be even people in the family now that's connecting with older parts of the bloodline. Or say there's a group of Johnsons in Cincinnati. Most of these Johnsons that's in this particular family, they're brown skinned, right? But you can go to the other side of the city and find some Johnsons that's Caucasian. You know what I'm saying? So, and you might even find, if you look a little bit deeper, that y'all could share same familial ties on the family tree. Because I don't know if we can say just because you have the same last name as somebody that you're kin to them. But this to create a clan of people and to link people together as if it's some family or some kind of whatever. Somebody could come up with a plan like that to put everybody with that particular name or something like this on. Hold on, you don't like me running his car. But everybody with a particular name like that, if somebody was smart enough and they're really, trying to go hard on these particular names because it's like pride in the name. Somebody could think to do something like that, just to take everybody with this last name from all over the nation and link them together and call it a tribe or a clan. People may not know that they're a part of this, but there could be some manipulation to individuals' lives, some kind of rat race or competition within the, the tribe or whatever, when it comes to see who sits in particular positions, so on and so forth. These will be people that already kind of predicted or knew that there could possibly be some type of crash where the government is not effective, and no matter how much they try to still make it like, oh, the government is this, and it may not even be effective anymore, even still up until now. Like, you understand, you gotta be looking at this in a different way. So saying all that to say, we got swiftness, so don't make no fast moves. All right, there could be some kind of relationship or something that's ended. This could also be people in so-called high places, or these so-called principalities and so-called rulers that are in so-called high places. That's not flesh and blood. They can even be rots. I said rots. I meant bots, or controlled by another nation, another group, or something like this. But I also just heard the song "Can't Fall Now." So I don't know, somebody could have been like sweet talking somebody or something like this. Trying to sweet talk somebody to let me into some. There could be people more concerned about you getting into something than you are. And I don't mean to say that in a cocky way or something like this, but I just mean, you understand? When you know that these motherfuckers ain't really in charge and you still just centered and concerned about yourself. You know what they trying to do. You see what I'm saying? But, right? So, because I feel like somebody want a person to, talk all day. I don't think a damn one of these motherfuckers that think that they on the other side, I don't think none of them had a YouTube channel or anything when they went through this process. So don't expect me to do nothing different. I don't have to say shit. I'm on here saying something just because I want to. Just because I'm documenting my own journey. But no face, no case. Something about an imperial race. We got some kind of swiftness here. So somebody's like, don't make no sudden moves, basically. Somebody could have been like sexing up or sexing down somebody in order to manipulate a situation to give somebody that, like, okay, you said that if I did this and that for you or something like this, then you was gonna, let my cousin be in the club or something. Like, I'm just making up something, but you see what I'm saying? That's what I'm getting from these first two cards. Then I was seeing that right after that, we had the Ace of Wands in reverse. So somebody could be losing power. Maybe after they stop sleeping with somebody. This could be also a light worker dealing with a dark witch or a dark entity. It could also be a Caucasian person dealing with a brown person, because that's what we see is two different, stark, different complexions of hands here gripping the sheets. All right. Why is it looking like pleasure is in the upright though? Because I could have sworn when I cut the deck, it was not. Because I'm okay. Somebody sent me the song yesterday, just playing. So somebody keep playing these games like a switcheroo or something like this. Like, I ain't fucking with you, but I am. But I ain't fucking with you, but I am. This could be something that's going on. But again, we got authority here, some type of authority or Ace of Wands. Somebody doesn't have a power in a situation when it comes to some type of cruelty that somebody is doing in order to get a victory. Or whatever this cruelty is that somebody was doing to somebody is the reason why you're going to get a victory. So even if this was somebody dealing with a person or something like this, or a corporation, even if this is somebody trying to go in and just see how something is being handled in a certain situation, right? And this could be from the most minuscule level, the most sneakiest level, all the way to any level. So we really don't know. But you get the construct of the thing. Okay. That would be like, one clone is in the house with you, right? Or a synthetic or something like this, whether you know it or not. Then you complaining about something, and then somebody say, okay, get that one out, send this one in. And then that person is kind of like scoping the place. Like, oh yeah, this is not working, that's not working, or something like this. It's not a good place for a person to be living. With this particular person, type of person, is not a good place for them to be living. It could be something that small. Okay, because this is if this is being allowed, this is going to be the future. This could be also, it was very minuscule to do this with a small group of people, but now it's something widespread because everybody want to be some type of ruler. Everybody want to be some type of creator, and they don't even know what they're dealing with. They don't even know these entities or creatures that they've created. They don't even know what they're doing. Okay, but everybody want to be the king, and they got a little money to spend, so they could probably make it like this. Okay. Meanwhile, some of these people it was already hard for people that had these type of sense, or robots and stuff like this. It was already hard for people to detect if they stuff was, or their cars or vehicles or whatever this is, was acting strange. It's even harder now because none of these people are professionals. They just like, oh, I know what you do. You just do it like this. Because motherfuckers can, what they call a nigger rig, anything. Cable, shit like this. So it's the same thing. Think about it on this level. It's the same thing with these bots and stuff that people that was not supposed to be in these positions started playing with and manipulating and maneuvering things. Okay. So we got some type of victory, like I said, over because of some type of cruelty that happens to someone. And then we have the gang master falling down off the seat here, and he in reverse. Now that's what I was wondering, because I wonder if the game master, this is another type of game master here. Maybe that person will just lose their position instead of going to jail, because then we got defeat here. There's a defeat, no truce, a tower. And then we got somebody that was about to, it looked like somebody was about, we got oppression in reverse. So somebody that was being rejected, oppressed, blocked online, here, there, whatever this is. These could be also little puzzles. I was hearing like little fires everywhere. I was hearing little puzzles everywhere. Okay. So how are y'all looking at my hand? How you seeing my hand? Okay, anyways. So I'm hearing little puzzles everywhere. I feel like a group of people could have been about to sacrifice a person. Oh, you better have something to say, because I left my light on in the other car and I took this car. Watch. I know it. Even though I was only going for 10 minutes. No, I'm not. My lights. No, okay, I just turned the car off. I just got here. Roll my windows up. Okay, I'm about to. I'm about to come out of here. No, I'm about to come out. I am. I'm coming out. Turn my lights off. Okay, I just want fresh air while I'm doing this. Dude, okay, I'm only using this light. Don't matter. You're gonna kill my battery. No, can you turn? I have to wake up in the morning. Okay, and I promise it's gonna be all right. Can you turn off that light in that car? Just worried. Just, girl, when you know we don't talk to somebody all the time, and then everything is what? So go back in your dead battery car. My battery ain't dead. It's about to be. Okay, I got 3 minutes left on this video. Give my keys. But I'm gonna need to turn off your. I'm gonna have to roll up the windows. No windows and turn off my shit. Okay, I'm coming right in there after you. Damn. Weird ass. Just want to be troubled about something. Damn. You know, don't nobody saying nothing. I don't even know why he coming out here at nighttime to take the garbage out like this, like he be taking the garbage out like that. It's because it's like when I'm doing a video, they're starting to like put fire underneath the butt of anybody in the house to come and fuck with me. You get what I'm saying? So we must be about to break through something. Okay, it's a breakthrough coming, y'all. Hopefully, all right. So, oh my goodness. So again, there's no truce, okay, in a situation. But that's what I was wondering. If this person, because it's almost like some people say, oh, this person about to go to jail, this person go to jail for stealing your money. But it's almost like if these people been doing these scams and doing all this shit or whatever like this, say people from your household or your family or your in-laws family or your cousins on the other side of your mama side and your daddy side and from the community, all these people is in this thing together to steal from the Empress, from one person, from me. It's a secret society, basically. Now, somebody could be, they're antagonizing each other. You said something. No, you always like that girl. Every time, we ask, can somebody go over there and do this and that? You the first one. What was you doing? Did you go over there and do the crime? Or did you go over there, or take those pictures? Or did you go do something else? Somebody is like blaming. So say this is like what did I hear? Mortal Kombat. Anyways, I don't know. A Mortal Kombat? Anyways, okay. Say some of my clones are in this group. Say some of my boyfriend's clones or my other halves, all right? And they trying to detect what we did, because we got to keep this shit tight. Who been stuck with these people, or they was kidnapped from you a long time ago when these fillers were put in or these plants were put in. And these people have been subdued to these people so much that they don't even have a voice for themselves. If this group say you got to go to jail for this, even though you didn't have nothing to do with it, but this person don't ever stand up for themselves, the person is going to go to jail, maybe for a long time. Because they believe in some kind of guy code or some type of stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? This is what's irritating me right here. And no, behold, these changing these people's names, put them in jail. Even if you wanted to come back later, even if I was able to defeat these people, get this money, and go around like a Jesus energy would be and start freeing some of these people from jail, getting them lawyers and representation, getting them out, they're going to try to change the name to people. Even if you wanted to have some bodies exhumed in the future, dealing with this nonsense as people, you're going to be going back to grave sites to dig up people. It's not even going to be them. You see how disrespectful some shit is here that's going on? Something is uber fucking disrespectful. And these people deserve to fucking burn. If we can't call them witches or something like this, even if this is today's day. See, people done got soft. Burning can also mean putting the fire under their asses, pulling these people to the side, something like this. If you could prove something that they did, like just imagine like we talking about a witch, how it be in the movies or something, and somebody go to jail and then they're getting interrogated or something, and then they yell and then all the lights blow out in the place. Then they say, "Oh, I knew your ass was a witch," and take the see, because that's not how witches really is. You know what I'm saying? But you could kind of grill somebody, see about paperwork. Well, you said you took that paperwork in there on there, but we looked at the evidence and we looked at the paperwork, and this signature is not the same signature as this person. This what a witch really is, in some sense. I'm not saying that a mad scientist wasn't creating people that have some type of supernatural powers. I'm just saying that it's another way to look at this. So police will not be beating a dead horse or see how y'all talking about witches and they need to go to jail or be locked up or be on trial. But how do we detect them? Like that. Checking paperwork. First of all, you can ask the child, did they know that they was never in a program? If the child is 30-something years old, 40-something years old, they still in the program, and the child didn't know that they was in a program, then the parents should be going to jail. If the child is not mentally ill or something like this, or we see that it was a lie, or several people changed this, all these documentations got different handwriting, that's how you detect a witch. These are people that's just professional at making certain paperwork and documentation or something like this look a certain type of way in some of these situations. It can even be somebody making a fake file of somebody that never been to jail and putting some restraining orders in there and putting all kind of stuff in this file, in this rap sheet, and the person never even been in jail. But since they work at the courthouse and they know somebody down at the precinct and they can do like this, they was able to get a fake mock-up record or something and put it on you. Or they went and found their cousin Rebecca's record in there because she was always in trouble, in and out of jail, and they take Rebecca's name off, and then they print all them same paperwork and put Jenny Coogan's name on it. This is the type of shit that we're talking about when we're talking about witches and things like this. These could be also people that's choosing which one. But in the Bible say, I shall not suffer a witch. Because you notice that when it comes to witches, they pick on people. They pick. You know, when a wand or something, they point the wand in the movie. They point the wand. They twirl the wand around. They move their fingers around. They do this and that with their hands and shit like this. It even talk about this in the Bible. You know, so you could probably might even think about this when they talk about people that do like signs and symbols with their hands. It talks about he does stuff and writes it out with his hands or something like this. I mean, but somebody could just be fucking sign language, doing sign language. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's doing sign language, and everybody like to move their hands when they talk. Certain different creeds of people like to do that. They're not doing witchcraft. They just move their hands when they talk. So do you see? But you have to think that these people, if there is some type of invasion or something that's weird that's going on or strange, they're not thinking like that. The minds of these people, entities, creatures, whatever this is, individual, they don't think. That's like ass backwards policing. They're not there for justice. Say the police station was taken over in a certain city and they're just persecuting people, and they got all these new weapons and they're so cool and they're able to do this X, Y, and Z, and then they start thinking about the corrupt things that they can do with this. Say they got a new brainwashing program, or they got some new things that could electrocute somebody, or torment somebody or torture somebody. Say that this is some of the stuff, because we really don't know. Even if they told us the list of things that a lot of police stations is getting when it comes to upgraded, technology and stuff like this to help fight this particular type of war, we still don't know. Say they have mind control something. A police want to know something, they could just ride past your house and just point something at your door, and then some chip, they could open up some chip in your brain and just start looking to see where you was at yesterday instead of asking you. But you wasn't there yesterday. Somebody came by with a phone dump file or programming processor, and they already came by in the middle of the night, and then the girl next door that did a crime, she didn't already dump that crime in your memory bank and pulled off. So when the police come the next day to come scan, because these people is listening and paying attention, they sleep not day or night. Scanners, all kind of shit like this. And then by the time they come and scan, yeah, the girl next door done already switched her. Before she went to bed, she switched her server over, and now the girl next door is about to go to jail for something, because they're like, oh, we did see, she was, I only looked enough to see that she walked up to that address yesterday. I just seen the person. I seen the vision of the door and the number 6972 Ashland Road, and then I just turned off the thing. But that ain't even that person's memory. That's the bitch next door memory. Like, people is dealing with shit that somebody is dealing with something that they don't even know what they're dealing with. How technical something could be. So you might as well just get rid of crime. You might as well just say that you don't. This is how you build a third world country. You just might as well say forget about time, because if the people raise up and realize in some of these particular potential families that you want something from, that they are surrounded by synthetics or robots or rogue people that were taken out of the country for whatever reason we may not even know, and was stuffed. They could have been innocent, but they could have all been guilty as well, and was stuffed in some jail in Thailand for 7 years, 17 years, 10 years, or something like this. And then now they're being brought back and placed and bestowed upon you. And these people is not the same mentally. They may not even speak that much, but mentally, they're not the same as they were when they left. And here you are still not with your average upgrades that everybody else is getting. So these people are just doing shit right in front of your face, under your nose, basically, but you're not getting the evidence to detect, or something that you can snatch up and take. And even if you do take it to the police station, something is comparable. You ever seen one of the movies, right, where a scary thing happened, the person finally get to the car, run, get out, they can't, the phone ain't working, they run down to the police station, oh my God, I made it to the police station, oh my God, and then they run inside and say, oh, help, throw the door open, and then they say, come on down here and talk to me, what's going on? It's okay, let me get you something to drink, hold on, let me get you something to drink, now what's going on? I told you, when I filled out that file, that's not my son that they brought back when my son was missing. And now something crazy just happened at the house, and he pulled a knife. I had to get out of the house, and then the person's like, okay, hold on, just stay right here. I'm going to go, check this out or whatever. Stay right here at the police station, and I'm going to go to your house, and I'm going to check and see what happened. Okay. And then the person end up leaving out and locking the door. And you like, huh? And then you get up trying to get out, and you can't get out. It's like, what's going on? Why are you locking the door? And then you realize then that was the wrong move to do. You see, shit like that. Somebody going to tattle or go down to the police station, and now it's like a mob mentality. Why are you down here telling about the crime? Damn, I thought when something happened to me, I'm supposed to come to the police, make a report, try to figure it out. You get what I'm saying? But now it's like you causing problems in this town, though, because people don't like what you're saying or whatever like this or something like that. Now you in the mob. Now it's like the mobsters. Because it's not funny. It's not funny. But did you see how much of an oxymoron that is? Right? people maybe even looking identical to their children and shit like this, claiming that they not their children. You know what I'm saying? They might even look the same age as a child and then claiming it. Even though that's not a good one, because we know that well, it's still a show. That's to give the wow factor on like Maury or something like this. When the kid, they be like, look, his nose, everything like this, and the kid still don't look like it. That could have been for wow factor. How many of them children could have probably been the person's child? I don't know. So this is why it's saying don't believe things that you see with your eyes